Hi guys and welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I can't wait to show you how I created this full face of PR using products from Made by Mitchell, Cash Beauty Collection and many more brands. So I'm actually going to start by colour correcting. I'm going to be using the Made by Mitchell blush in Peach Sugar and I just use a tiny amount under my eyes. I have quite dark circles, so I like to add some more warmth into my face before I start anything else. So I'm just blending that in with a big fluffy brush, just to add some warmth right in the inner corner of my eyes. Now, I actually won Mondays by Mitchell week 3, and I was gifted the full blush collection. And Peach Sugar has to be one of my favourites. I know it looks a bit crazy right now, but it does give a seamless under eye afterwards. I've seen a lot of people using the red to colour correct, which looks incredible on darker skin tones, but I like to go for the peach. I feel like it just works better on me because I'm quite fair. Okay, and next I'm going in with my Collection Lasting Perfection foundation. I love this foundation. I mixed it with some highlighting drops. I've been using the Iconic London Illuminator drops lately. So these are the original Illuminator drops. I just use like one to start off with, and then I mix it with a flat foundation brush. Check that that's a good match. I think that's okay. I can always lighten it up with concealer. I'm going to get my Giant Real Technique sponge, just blend that to see how it looks. So I'm going to take some of my sponge and start applying that to my face. I did all my skin prep before I started, so I used the Pixie Glow Tonic to tone and the Embryo Release Lay Creme Concentrate as my moisturiser. I love what a glow that those highlighter drops give. It just looks so pretty. So I've just finished applying that to the rest of my face. And next I'm going to go in with concealer. Now, I got gifted the Collection Cosmetics concealers and also the Essence Cosmetics concealer from Just My Look. I'm going to go in with my Collection Cosmetics concealer in number 6 first, just to make sure I've got a super warm under eye, and then if needs be, I'm going to brighten later on. Okay, so first I'm going to go with the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in Cashew, so that's number 6. I'm just going to press that under my eyes. I'm not wiping it just because I don't want to disturb the colour correction underneath. I really am scraping out the bottom of this tube at this point. I normally don't actually do skin first, but I thought I'd like change things up because I've seen Mitchell doing his skin first and his eyes always look amazing and everything always looks so much more seamless when he does skin first. And I've seen Paris Artiste doing the same thing. So I thought, you know what, if all my favourite artists are doing it, I probably should be as well. I'm just going to start off by blending that out with my Unicorn Cosmetics Beauty Egg. I'm just going to start pressing that into the skin. I just love how seamless it looks with the colour correction underneath. I feel like my dark circles show through everything, but the blush really helps to just make sure there's no cool tones that can peek through my concealer. So I always look like permanently tired, and I know that that's like a trait of university students, but I want to look really awake. And then I'm just going to go in with, I've never tried this concealer, so this is the Essence, oh no it isn't, it's the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage Concealer. Never used this one, and this is in the shade 5, so that's light natural. And again, I'm just going in with my little beauty sponge from Unicorn Cosmetics and pressing that in. I really struggle with under eye creasing, and I feel like my eyes crease no matter what, because I have quite a few fine lines in my under eyes. So I'm going to try using some pressed powder to like smooth it all out, and hopefully it works. I'm just going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and that is in the shade 105 Natural Ivory. I've been liking it so far, but I really do want to try and achieve that nice flawless under eye. So I'm just going to press all that concealer with my sponge again, and I'm just going to grab some of this pressed powder and really press it into the skin. So I applied my pressed powder under my eyes and I've just started applying my cream bronzer. Now I do actually use a concealer. I normally use the Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F13, but I actually had some collection products gifted to me. So I'm going to use the shade 15. Now I did actually get sent like lighter shades like 4 and 6, but I did buy 15 myself because I love how they look under the eye and I wanted to try them as a cream bronzing product. And as you can see, it looks so seamless. I apply a couple of dots, but I don't apply loads because I want to be able to blend out really seamlessly. So I'm just going to lightly, I'm holding my brush at the end to make sure I'm not applying too much pressure to the skin. And although this is like a really full coverage concealer, I do want it to have more of a sheer effect because I just want it to have a wash of colour to go under my powder bronzer. So I'm just going to use a couple of dots on my cheekbone and then I'm going to pat that in. I'm just going to use a little bit of the same product on my nose just to snatch it a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit on the tip and then we're going to go. Let's see how that looks. Let's go in with the XMO1 from Molly O'Brien brushes. So I love the XMO range. They were actually gifted to me, but they are some of the best synthetic brushes I've tried. I'm just going to use whatever's left on my sponge and I'm just going to press over the sides, over my bridge, because I don't want it to look too shocking. I'm really liking the look of that. I actually haven't been gifted any powder in PR, so I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder just to bake. Now I love baking because I feel like it stops me from creasing as much and I can really snatch everywhere that I've been using my cream bronzing products. And then I'm a bit more careful here, I'll just press it down the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to do the same just under my cheekbones. I take it a little bit higher, I take it probably right where my tragus is, and then I pull it right down towards the corner of my mouth. The next product I'm actually going to go in with is my powder bronzer. Now I use a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in Dark Tan. And I'm just going to apply that everywhere that I used cream bronzer, just really lightly. I don't leave my bake on for too long because I don't want it to look too crusty. So I'm just going to get the same brush that I used for my pressed powder, which is the PC27, and I'm just going to press that in. I don't wipe my bake away just because I feel like it can go really patchy. So I actually press it into the skin. And I'm actually loving the way this looks so far. The next step I'm going to go in with is actually cream blush. Now at the moment, my favourites are the Made by Mitchell blushes. I don't know what colour to use though, because I could use, I think, Peach Sugar with this look, or Crazy Rosy maybe. I think we're going to go in with Peach Sugar. I have been loving Mango Daiquiri for more like editorial looks, but this is super pretty for heavy glam looks. So I'm just going to get that on my PC03 brush, which is a super fluffy, it's not really dense, it's like a really fluffy brush from Peaches. And I'm just going to apply that. I like to apply it at the top of my cheekbones and at my temple as well. And I'm absolutely loving the blush collection. Like, the formula is insane. I do apply them on the back of my hand and then I apply them to my face just because I feel like I have more control over the coverage. But it's just like such a beautiful product. Honestly, I don't know how I live without blush in my life. And I can't wait to see the new ones Mitchell's coming out with. I absolutely can't wait to get my hands on them. I just love how much it warms up my face. And I'm going to just apply a little bit on my nose as well to tie them together. Not very much. And then just take it on the forehead, whatever's left on the brush. That's just, oh, it's something else. For brows, I'm not going to do very much. Normally I set my brows like flat to my head with a brow gel, but I don't actually have any gifted products for my brows. They're being a bit stubborn today. So I'm just going to brush through them. And I'll probably put in a little bit of brow gel and just let them sit as they are. So I just brushed through my brows with a clear brow gel from Collection Cosmetics, and now I'm going to go in with eye primer. I don't actually have any gifted eye primers and I don't like using concealer, so I am just going to go in with my trusty P. Louise Base Prime in the shade Rumour 2. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on a flat concealer brush and apply it to my eyes. So I'm just applying this with my, gosh, it's rubbed off, MAC 242 brush, and I'm just going to press that onto the lid. Now I don't want to disturb my base makeup, so I'm going to keep it really concentrated. And then I'm just going to take my MAC 224 brush and I'm going to really lightly blend the edges and then just pat whatever's on my lid to blend that in where it is. For the eyeshadow palettes I'm using today, I was gifted. So the Cash Beauty Crystal Nights palette, I got this palette because I'm an affiliate and it was a little reward. And then the Lorac Pro Artistry book. This is unreal. The shadows are incredible and I'm just so grateful that they decided to send it to me. That's the Crystal Nights palette. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's just unreal. I'm going to start with the shade Enchant. I'm just applying that to my outer corner. And I'm going to like wing that out slightly. And I'm going to take the same shade and just drag that into my crease. Taking the same shadow, which is Enchant from the Crystal Nights palette. And I'm just lightly going over the shape I've already made. Next I'm going to go in with my XMO 5 from Molly O'Brien, and I'm just going to really lightly blend over that. So this is a clean, fluffy, tapered blending brush, and I'm just buffing over that dark brown shadow to ensure everything's super seamless. Now I do want this look to be very soft, but still impactful. Like I want my blends to be super soft, the colours to blend really well. So the next brush I'm going to use is my ME1 from Made by Mitchell, and I'm just going to go in with the shade Dusk, which is like a warm brown colour, and I'm just going to buff over that edge. Like I just want to re-intensify that shadow now, so I'm going to go back in with my XMO 6 from Molly O'Brien. I'm going to use another brush from the Morphe brushless set. It's just a really fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to use the shade Haze from the Cash Beauty Crystal Nights palette, and I'm just buffing those shadows out and making it a lot softer. Okay, now it's all blended out, I'm going to go in with my Molly O'Brien Gym Bob brush, so that's the MO11, and a little bit of P. Louise Base. I'm not actually squeezing my brush flat, which I would normally do for a cut crease. I'm just pressing the product on, kind of in like the arch of my crease. And I'm going slightly above so that when I open my eye you can still see the cut crease. So I'm actually going to go in with the XMO 4 brush, which is this little like flat shadow brush, which just going to use the shade Jade. This will probably go on better with my finger, to be honest. But it's this gorgeous khaki colour. Let's try it with my finger. Oh yeah, that's so much better. It's gorgeous khaki shade. Okay, I just used that all over the lid, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Musk. And I'm just going to really lightly use it on a Morphe. This is from the Jeffree Star collection. So this is the JS6 brush. It's like a tapered, fluffy brush. And I'm just using like the pointed tip of the brush to almost use it as like a transition colour between the shades I've already used from the Cash Beauty palette. I'm going to go with the shade Gold Digger from the Rock Pro Artistry book and use that as a little inner corner highlight. And I'm just going to blend the same brown shadows underneath my eye. Okay, so I just applied a bit of brown liner in my waterline and the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is actually my favourite at the moment. I'm going to use the Lids and Lashes style Sydney. They're a super fluffy lash. I think they'll look amazing with this look. So I just trimmed my lash down to size and applied some Giro glue. So that is the lash all applied, and that is the eye look. And I'm just going to go and apply the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. The next product I'm actually going to be using is the Professional Super Setter Setting Spray from Benefit. I also use it as a base for my highlight. So the highlight I'm actually going in with today is just this top one here from Doll Beauty. It's called Like a Diamond. And I'm just going to take that on my Molly O'Brien Layla MO12. So it's a nice fluffy brush. And I'm just going to spray my face. I was actually gifted this setting spray, but I don't have any highlighters that I've been gifted. So I'm just using my favourite one. And I'm just going to take that same highlighter on the tip of my nose. Just right up here at the bridge. My cupid's bow. Really light dusting on my chin. And then I always do a little on my forehead where it catches the light. Now I love how that looks. The next thing I'm going to go in with is lips. For lips, I wanted to go in with Cash Beauty. Recently, I got gifted the Rust Nude lip liner, and I've seen so many gorgeous lip combos using this lip liner. So I'm just going to line my lips using this liner. It's such a creamy formula. Okay, so my SD card decided it was full, but this is the finished look. I used the Cash Beauty Rust Nude lip liner, the Veil lipstick from the Crystal Nights collection, and their Starlight gloss. And it's so beautiful. It's honestly probably my favourite lip combo at the moment. Oh, so stunning. Be right back with the finished look.
It's easy, but it's so hard saying goodbye. We are stardust in the universe. We are stardust. We come and go in time. Our love to infinity and beyond. Now and forever. We are stardust in the universe. We are stardust.
And that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at megan.schrama and TikTok at megan.schrama. It'll all be linked below. I hope to see you next time.